And this meeting is live. Welcome, 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 everybody, to IBH Sister Sounds World, our 8-day Worthy Challenge. And we are live on Facebook. I want to thank each of you for hanging in there with us. We are at day 5. We're past the midpoint. We got 3 more days to go, and the energy is mounting. At first, I was like, oh my goodness, what? Why did I say 8 days? But I'm really excited about the calls that have been coming in. People are saying, hey, we need this. So we've made the decision that it will either be Wednesdays or Thursdays. At noon, we're going to have our lunch and lift. It's the place where it's an infusion of joy, an infusion of support, an infusion of information so that we can come together and challenge you to remember that you are worthy. So what we're going to do right now, as we have been doing, and thank you, thank you, thank you, all of our participants, I've been checking, they're putting the broadcast on their pages, and more people are seeing it. So I'm going to do the same. If you will, grab your device, and if you will share, I'm going to share with IBH Sister Sounds World, as well as, well, let me refresh my screen and get there. Yeah, there we are. Day 5, I'm sharing in my story to let them know we are live. Will you do the same? Will you share with your family, with your friends, even your enemies? They don't expect you to do it. Surprise them. We are live. Yes. And then I'm going to also share in our Sister Sounds World group, because we have people who are chiming in there as well. And we want them to be included. And then you may not know this, but we have IBH Sister Sounds World Africa, and we're targeting those individuals. That's a page, and we're targeting those individuals who would possibly live on the continent. Yes, 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 we're almost there. We're asking you to support this as well, and you've been doing that. And I want to say a heartfelt thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to go ahead and start. We have with us today our beautiful, beautiful Nancy White. Hi, Nancy.
Hello, Anita.
Hi. And we also have as well, we have Sonia Sinhouse Wilson, the author of All in My Head. She is with us as well. Thank you so much, Sonia, for joining. We have our co-host. I'm sorry, I just get on her nerves with this, Sharon Magic Jordan. I love it. I just know when we get to the biggest coliseums.
No, she doesn't get on my nerve. I love it. I really love it.
I'm gonna say it like that. And every time I say it, I'm gonna say again, thousands of women will be in that conference. Millions of women across the globe will hear me say that about my dear sister. Teresa's back there with us. Hey, Teresa, we love you. We appreciate you. Donna, thank you, thank you, thank you for being there. And then, of course, our sweetheart, Jackie, as our new sister. And we always have that phone that's there. That's Courtney. She actually works for Wells Fargo, and she's listening, but she's working. She's listening, but she's working. And we're so very happy to have her there. Let's get started. All right. Well, first of all, let's just give all of our viewers the Queen's wave, because they've been hanging with us. And we are so thankful to have you in our presence and to be in yours. I want to start with this. Let me get my helpers. I want to start with All in My Head. If you don't have this book, let me tell you, you need to get it. This book is amazing. Sonia Sinhouse, All in My Head, A Tale of Betrayal. Now, it's for grown-ups, y'all. It's for grown-ups, all right? Grown-ups that understand that stuff happens in life, and it's wonderful. It's very well written. I can't wait. I'm zipping off to Virginia Beach. I'm going on the beach this afternoon if I can get there soon enough and just sit there with my lemonade and read some more. But I want to start with a statement that is made on page 9. Again, our theme is, now that you know you are worthy, How have you grown? From that theme, listen to these words. I know. I know he is the beginning, so why do I worry about the end? I know he has forgiven me, so why can't I forgive myself? I know he will protect me, so why do I fear? I know he is my strength and my salvation, so why do I feel weak? I know that everything and everyone has a season, so why do I weep? I know he is the right way, so why do I go the wrong way? I know he is the light, so why do I choose to walk in the darkness? I know that the truth shall make me free, so why do I continue to lie? Powerful, powerful. Now that you know you are worthy, how have you really grown? Someone wrote me the other night, Sonia, and they said, Anita, I've been watching, but it's the title of this 8-Day Worthy Challenge that's getting to me because I know that I am worthy, but I don't know what I'm doing, why I'm not growing. And I was like, thank you, God. We're on the right track. Sonia, tell us about the character and tell us about I know and how it links to now that you know you are worthy. How have you grown or not?
Okay, so Sasha is a 40-year-old woman that is just coming into herself. She has been traumatized. She has all her life feel unloved, unworthy, on everything. On the outside, everything looks perfect. On the inside, it's a mess. And then she finds herself having an illicit affair. She has supposedly a wonderful marriage, 2 children, and an excellent job, a 6-figure job, just, always adorned with all the fancies of life. But on the inside is a mess. So Anita read that short little poem. It was not written by me, but I adopted it in the book. It's an anonymous writer. And when you dissect it, it's I know. We have to come into the premise and into that space of knowing, just like now that you know that you are worthy, now that you know that you're worthy, now that you know that you're worthy. So Sasha in this book, all in my head, everything begins in the head. And in life, the head and the heart has to become one. If the head and the heart is not one, it will continue to be a mess. Because if you don't know and you don't embrace in your heart that you are worthy, you're going to still continue going through life feeling unworthy. No matter how many people tell you that you're worthy, no matter how many things do not make you worthy. It is a mental assent and a heart embrace that you have to believe that you're worthy. Because when someone embraces worthiness, there is no stopping them. They become a light. They become a witness. They become an encourager. They become a motivator. Just like all of you, in life, we are not asked what color we're gonna be. We're not asked what sex we're gonna be. We are not asked what height we're gonna be. We have just been created the way that we are, and then we have been socialized by our in our families, and then in our development in school and relationships and society. In all of that, we still have to embrace that we are worthy, because each and every one of us have been given a purpose and a plan set and designed by God himself. So Sasha is this woman, 40 years old, beautiful, have a family, have a wonderful career, and yet not fulfilled. And even in an illicit affair, she's still not fulfilled because it has nothing to do with the husband, have nothing to do with the children, have nothing to do with the career, have nothing to do with the lover, has to do with her, because it's all about who you feel you are inside. You know, I have been, and people may be questioning and asking, well, how was this story all came about? Who is this Sasha character and what was that? Well, it is loosely based on my life, and a lot of in my work, many people and clients are sharing stories. So it's a sum total. There's a Sasha in each and every one of us. There is a Sasha in each and every one of us, in our heads, and especially as women, and men are included too, because a lot of men have read this book and they actually cried to me. They shed tears. They really identified with the character, the husband, the wife, the lover. You know, everyone took a character and saw some aspects of themselves. And the bottom line is, are you goody? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That has been established from the beginning of time, way before you were in your mother's womb. You are worthy. You have a plan and a purpose. And worthiness this is why this platform is very important for the one who is just coming into themselves and the one who is already established. Because worthy, we always, someone is gonna try to put us down or try to make us feel less than or try to make us feel like we're not doing enough. And you question, am I worthy? Am I good enough? But you have to know. It's a sense of knowing. I know, I know, I know, but why do I? I know, but why do I do something other than what I know? Why do I know, but do something other than what I believe? You have to continue to feed yourself and with knowing. You have to get to that place where the heart and the mind becomes one with what you know, because the heart sometimes tells you something and the head tells you something else. But when they become in unison, the wordiness, it will not, there's the foundation is so solidified, it can't be shaken. So this is part of what this book is. It's an exploration, it's a discovery.
Wow.
Of knowing. It's a discovery of knowing that you are worthy.
Wow,
Not
thank you.
But you are worthy.
Yes, yes. First of all, that was so good. I don't know about you, but that was so good. And Sonia's coming back. We're inside of other things that we're doing. I want you to know Sonia is one of the facilitators in our Build It Beyond campaign, where many of the women that you've seen several times who are with IBH Sister Sounds, now the nonprofit, will be facilitators in our coaching retreats. And definitely All in My Head is one of those voices and classes that you'll be able to go to. And trust me when I tell you, we get rid of all titles, idols, and all that kind of stuff. And it's down to the rudimentary, the granular, the introspection that is needed so that when we come out of that experience of give me my touch back, girl, you got it. You hear me? You got it. I want to rehearse a little bit, Nancy. Sonia mentioned, and she said that we have to have a head and a heart meeting. We have to connect the two, that we have to have a time and a celebration of knowing and make a mental assent in our heart, with our heart. It's a mental and emotional assent that lets us know that we are worthy. And you all remember and know our sweetheart, Nancy, who is the Healthy Cells chick and is has been in the industry for years, and I apologize, we got moving so fast, I don't have the whole bio, but when it comes to health and nutrition, diet and nutrition, those supplements and nutraceuticals that you would need to ensure that you're on the progressive side of your health, you can count on the Healthy Cells Chick for that. Nancy, how would you bridge understanding it's all in your mind with the work that you're doing daily? And please give a brief introduction of who you are and what it is that you do as well. And everyone, we're asking, create a post, tag me, so all of our speakers can be known in this whole series we're doing this week. Tell us, now that you know you are worthy, how have you grown, and how do you map that back to a healthy heart ascent, all the thought ascent that Sonia is talking about now?
Oh, well, thank you, Anita. And first and foremost, Sonia, I just celebrate you and what your book is going to be doing for so many people, because, you know, that worthiness is something that most people don't even think that they can touch or obtain. They've been beat down, they've gone through trauma, they've gone through hurt so much, and they don't even see the light at the end of the tunnel. They don't even see the tunnel. But to answer your question first, Anita, I'm Nancy White, and my business is the Healthy Cells Chick, and I've been a 30+ year researcher in natural prevention, and it is all about the healthy mind, the body, and the spirit, and how you can't separate it. And you have to nurture all three every single day. But Anita, you said something the other day, and you've said it many times, that the wounded heart cannot love like a healed heart. And that comes especially from a lot of self-forgiveness, forgiving other people, and going through that whole process. And yes, it never ends. If we think about, starting out as a child and then growing and going through life, how we have gotten beat down, tainted, abused, misused, all those things. And here we are. We're here at this point in our life. And I think, worthiness is something that we acknowledge and recognize. This is me. We are all amazing individuals. We all have that incredible gifts and talents to share, and we deserve the respect and, the things that we can just not harp on, but we can just use that as a foundation. Talking about, being worthy and going through that process of where you are now and how you, can see yourself and the growth. Oh my goodness. I get to be 71 in a couple of months, and it's one of those things that I can look back and I can see those things like Sasha was talking about, the different things through the generation, the years, the decades of my own life. And I don't react the way I used to. I don't stay bent out of shape like I used to for as long. I can choose how long I want to be bent out of shape about things that happen. But I think, when we go through the healing process, we call it bless and release, BNR, the things we have no control over. But when we're going through that acknowledgement, it never, ever stops. But that worthiness, that is set in stone. That is set in stone. And all the things that are going to continually come against us are going to be coming against us. And we just know we need to choose. But it's sort of like a little plant that has been injured and it's sort of bent over. That's the way we feel sometimes. But then we have an incredible community like IBH Sisterhood is that little stake that comes alongside and gets put in, and we get to be tied to it, and it straightens up again and starts growing again. That's why there's sometimes we need each other. I mean, we can become strong, independent women. But you know what? If we were strong, independent women and we didn't need each other, we'd be here by ourselves. So that's something I think is so important. And then as we continue to evolve, we're always evolving and growing. We need to make sure that we're doing those good things that we're doing to take care of ourselves. We talked about the healthy mind, the body, and the spirit. We need to love ourselves enough that this temporary temple is such a treasure. And we get to be responsible for it. And again, there's challenges in life that come along. We, Some people go through sicknesses and illnesses, abuse, divorce, all these types of things. Children that turn on you, just, raising children. Oh my gosh, you get through that and you're going, yay, I made it. We all made it. We all lived to tell. But, I think taking care of ourselves, first and foremost, is that self-care. When we're taking care of this self, we can become the best versions, the strongest versions to help other people. And that is a day-to-day decision. And so
Yes.
I'm not really sure if I answered your question, Anita.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Donna, in listening to what both Sonia and what Nancy has said, nurturing all three, rehearsing the nurture of who you are, spirits, also self-forgiveness and forgiveness of others, allowing yourself to share yourself as a gift. And by the same time, understanding that the experiences that we've been through are a part of that gift. We don't have to forget in the context of the values and the experience and the wisdom that we've gained. How do you see this? How do you see this mapping back to clarifying that you are worthy? You're worthy to continue. You're worthy to build upon the foundation. I wrote once, I was traveling and I wrote once, Donna, and I said, it's very important for me not to build on the ruins, but build on the foundation. All of us, stuff happens, doesn't it? Stuff happens and we get out of sort. We, like you said, we get bent out of shape and all of this stuff. But the truth is, we can build upon the foundation. Donna, in your experience, what does it take for you to capture that all over again? And then we're going to have Sharon Magic Jordan come and share a little more and pull it all together the way she does so wonderfully. That will lead us into another segment. We're already, believe it or not, 25 minutes into the hour. Come on, Donna, and share with us.
I think the biggest thing, I'll take some things from yesterday, is to know that you may not be where you are today, but you have the confidence to come as you are. Where you're at right now is enough, and that you're going to grow. So if you have that confidence in yourself that you're going to grow, and that you have some goals or some things that you want to accomplish, and that you'll get there, and knowing that you're making small increments is enough.
Wow. Now I know that Donna will be teaching in the area of actually learning how to map out those steps in our coaching retreats. And that's whether it's for personal development, professional development, because there is no professional, is it magic, until you get the personal in place. And if you have a lot of stuff going all in your head, and let's face it, if you don't have good diet and nutrition and thought life, there's just not a lot of things that you can do until you settle yourself and have a resolve. And I want everybody to look up the word resolve. Resolve means to be able to come to a final decision on the steps you're going to take or how you're going to approach a matter. So Donna, when people are drilling down to get started, and I know that's going to be a part of what you're teaching, because believe it or not, y'all, you can have all the ideas in the world. You can read all the books in the world. You can go to all of the conferences, even chime in on our lunch and lift, all right? But if you don't start, it's just not gonna happen. Donna, how do we start, and how valuable is community to that start? And then we're gonna turn it over to Magic.
I think you start with finding someone who's doing something that you like or that you want to do, and they're doing a good job, that you feel like they're doing a good job. Reach out to them, have the conversation. This group that we're in, there's 200 and some odd people. Someone in this group is doing what has gone through something that you've gone through and maybe can help you. It's just having those connections, reaching out, being vocal, and just building upon that, and then making your own way. Okay, this is how they did it. Now, how will it work for you? Maybe every step that they took won't work for you. So you listen and you make the changes and you make the list and you build from there. It's called building, and at least start. I think that's the main thing that you said, Anita. You got to start somewhere. And maybe
Absolutely.
Yeah, and maybe where you start at is not where you end, or maybe you have to make changes along the way, but you have to start in order to make those adjustments.
If you remember yesterday, we mentioned that a lot of people think that they're alone. They think that they're out there by themselves. And I challenged that thought. And the reason is because I thought that way. I'm by myself. I don't have anybody. I was in the wrong company. I was around the wrong people. They didn't care about listening to what I had to say. I could show up or not. It didn't matter until something else that I offered was important to them. And I had to distinguish that. So, Magic, how do we navigate understanding that we're not alone? We're worthy to be a part of a community that responds. And then we definitely want to have Sonia chime back in, because Magic loves the exchange, and Nancy and everyone, she loves the exchange. We're taking flight now. Our wings are spread. Let's put some wind under it. Magic.
Okay. Hello, hey, Miss Nancy, Sonia, Donna, Jackie, servant leader, Teresa, Angelica. My God, is chiming on there. Hello, everybody. This is so fabulous. Listen, she said the right thing. The mentor, the advisor, and an advocate. Let's go there first. Let's go there first. A mentor, somebody that's going to advise, somebody that's going to listen to you and not judge you. Are you hearing me? I need somebody to talk to for real, to talk to the real me on the inside of me, and then they can celebrate me. But to hear me first, the mentor, the advisor, the coach, I need someone to hear me. And this is what's been the problem with most people. Nobody's listening to me. Nobody's hearing me. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. The biggest thing I've found is that I had to learn to forgive myself aggressively first. Are you hearing me? Forgive yourself before you can forgive someone else. Forgive yourself. We beat ourselves up a lot of times because of projected thoughts. We talked about that yesterday. Projected thoughts, words that people have spoken over you, words that people have said to you, and you took it on and you created an identity from that. The trauma, the drama, all of that creates your identity. But if I'm with a mentor, if I'm with a coach, an advisor, somebody that will listen, then it'll all start coming out. Not the fake me, but the core of me. Not the go-to, but who I really am. Who are you? I am. We talked about that yesterday. I'm going to give them this little assignment. You don't mind. That's just to educate them. Everybody get a pencil and paper. I need you to write these questions down and bring it back by the end of the 8-day worthy challenge. Number 1, I need you to answer these questions. Please write. Thumbs up when we have our pens and paper ready. Thumbs up. There we are. Here we are. Number 1, I am. Write down 3 qualities. I am. Write down 3 qualities. See, we're going to get to the core of this thing. We're going to get to the bottom of this. I am. 3 qualities. Number 2, I possess. Write down 3 things that you already have, what you have in your possession. I possess. I possess. I possess. Everybody got that? I possess. I hear. What are you hearing? Is it in your imagination? Are you hearing voices? Is it all in your head, Sonia? Are you talking back to yourself? I hear imagination, or other voices. Okay. Let's try this one. I see. What do you see? What do you see? What are you looking at? Eyes to hear, ears to see. We'll talk about that later. And the last one, I want. What is it you want? What is it you desire? Is that good? We're going to bring back our work at the end of this thing, but we're going to keep moving from there. As Sonia was speaking about Sasha, all in her head, right? Jason said it to us the other day. The power of your story is major. Listen, you have your story. Sonia has her story. Tino, that's your name, Tino? Okay. Angelica, everybody has their story. There's power in your story. When someone hears your story, it starts to open up some things. So you feel like Oh, okay. I don't make six figures. I don't have the house. I don't have the car. I don't have the cookie jar. I don't have the 1.5 children. I don't have this, but what do you have? Everybody in here, God has given a measure of greatness. It's up to you. Back to confidence. I'm talking about the minds, the cells chick. I love it. Body, mind, spirit. So yeah. Confidence, everybody, is the body shaper of the mind. That's the body shaper that puts everything in perspective. Your confidence. How do you really feel about yourself? Some people really don't like themselves. Okay. But how do I get there? I use affirmations with my students. Speak to yourself. Speak over your life. Stop allowing other people, we talked about this yesterday, stop auditioning for other people's, okay, you know what I'm getting ready to say, opinion. Worrying about what they think. I was like that at one point, slightly. I wasn't OD, slightly, because of the business I was in. You could not take it personal because what you do is not who you are. That's a whole nother story. So again, projected thoughts, taking on what other people are saying, and you create your own identity from there. Past trauma, past hurts. We carry a lot of baggage, y'all. We carry a lot from childhood to now. In marriages, in your place of employment, trauma. And that's how you respond to people because of what you experience. So how have I grown? Let me tell you, everybody, and y'all lean in close. I am yet growing. I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm yet growing. This is a process. No one just jumps up and be just fabulous. But you can get there. I am becoming. How can I become? Because I have found my tribe. This is my tribe. These are the people that I need to feed me till I want no more. That's no pun intended.
So Sharon, are you suggesting that community consolidates and insulates versus isolates?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I need you. You need me. I need you.
Yeah.
Listen, you're not the Lone Ranger. Well, maybe you are, but you need to come on in. Because what happens is, what I don't have, Nancy can help me with that. What I don't have, Sonia can help me. Donna can help me. You have a peace servant leader. You have a peace, Tino. Anita has a piece of this thing, but we all fitly join together. That's what's going to make us wonderful. It's called the collaboration.
The collaboration.
Remember all the stars was doing collaborations at one time?
Mm-hmm.
This star was doing one with this because there's more power in the unity.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So Sonia, I want to go back into the imagination of the character Sasha. How could this story have evolved, since you're the writer, if Sasha had not slept on her own voice? Because when I was reading, she was really all in her head, like seriously all in her head, making decisions. How could a community similar to IBH Sister Sounds, where our goal is to inspire and impact others to take action concerning their self-care, spirit, soul, and body? If Sasha was a real person, and she is, she's both male and female for that matter, because it's a little bit of Sasha in all of us. Why is it that she slept on her own voice? How many of us sleep on our own voice? Talk to us, Sonia.
As Sharon Magic Jordan was saying.
Sharon Magic Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on one second before you answer. I want to make sure we acknowledge Tino. He's executive director all the way in Zimbabwe over CTT. So we're so
Hey.
happy to have him here with us.
Hey,
And
Tino.
hey, Tina.
Tino.
Hey everyone, how
Let's
you
give
guys
him
doing?
the queens. We give you the wave.
Hey, Tino.
Hey,
What's
We're so
good?
thank you
yeah,
guys. It's really great to be here.
Yes, we're so excited to have you with us. We're just going to put a pause because we know sometimes it goes in and out, but trust me, I'm sending my money for the generators. But I do need you to text me how much they cost. I think we said about, can you give us an idea real quick?
Yeah, it was around 350, I think.
Okay,
If I'm not
350
quite
for a
sure,
generator.
but it was
All
exactly
righty.
350. That was around, yes.
Excellent. And real quick, ladies, okay, real quick, ladies, I want to and gentlemen, I want you to know why we're supporting getting the generators is so that when we go live with IBH Sister Sounds, we will simultaneously, will be broadcasting to the women when they're having their women's meeting. Now, some of you may not be able to get up early all the time, but you know what? Some of us will. So the rotation, I know I'm gonna have to be there all the time, so I just go to bed early and get up. But we're going to be able to have Sister Sounds broadcasted them live. And we're gonna work with Joy, we're gonna work with Tino and Hazel and everyone to see what we need to do to have our translators so they can speak in Shona. And some of us are gonna learn, right, Queen? Some of us are gonna learn, and we'll be able to extend this globally. Now lean in, come on, lean in just a little bit. Come on, lean in. Can you imagine how that is going to affect a global market? Can you imagine how our God will be glorified globally when we take that and make that time investment to share our heart about what we're talking about with women who ordinarily would never get this message up front and close that way. It's powerful. Tino, will you tell us a little bit, just that one day that we were speaking to the ladies, how it affected them?
Yeah, it was very, very impactful. And I guess the biggest part is just to know that, you know, someone from across an ocean, you know, cares enough for them. Because here in Africa, just to elaborate a little bit more on what you were saying, Anita, these are not just regular women. These are women who've really been through it. I think life has dealt them the worst of cards that we can't even imagine. Mostly the support group is made up of widows and single mothers, young single mothers, and very, very poor widows that come together every day at the center. And yeah, it was very impactful. I think that talk, it was a very short talk. I think it was about 15 minutes, but a life-changing 15 minutes, no doubt. And just to fast forward, when I then told them about the IBH Sister Sounds and that you guys would want to join them on their Monday support group, I couldn't contain their joy. So I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. And I have no doubt that it will bear results. I think just from the talks that you guys are having, I have no doubt you will change those ladies' lives if you know some of that insight is imparted into their lives as well.
Thank you so much.
Excuse me, I have something to say.
Please.
Hello. Tino, as you were speaking and you were talking about their stories, I'm so excited now because I already feel the wealth that's coming.
Yeah.
I feel the push that's coming already. I've never been to Africa before. I've traveled the world before. I'm going to get there. But what I'm saying to you is it's the power of their story. When I hear their story, that thing is going to ignite. Yeah, we can say some things that can help them. But I'm sure that the exchange is going to be great. I feel the Holy Ghost right there. I felt it right there. The power that's going to come from the story from those women in Africa who've really gone through some real stuff and not somebody stepped on my toe and somebody talked about me. Don't nobody have time for that nonsense right now. We're talking about real issues. Okay, everybody cute. Y'all look good. We're talking about people who have gone through some real stuff that could ignite some stuff in us. I just wanted to just say that.
Well, you know, you're absolutely right, because while I was there, and that's what I was sharing before, Magic, is that going into the the school, and the ladies who are doing the cooking and watching the children, they're like, Mama, you coming back? And I'm like, I'll be back, you know. But listening to the teachers and the administrator, Tino and Joy, and then being there on the ground. Trust me when I tell you, I did not see the impoverishment of their human existence. I saw the impoverishment of ours.
Yes.
And I was like,
yes.
oh God, I repent.
Yes.
I repent, because the resiliency and the joy, and joy is a state of being, and the determination and the focus and the intention and the camaraderie and the support and just the hospitality. I walked into this lady's home, and oh my God, she's like, hey, and I was like, hey, you know, and my heart melted. My heart melted. I didn't need for her to tell me her struggle. So I could see that, but I also saw my own. And I had to release that there so that I could be all of who I know I'm called to be. And it's that experience that got us here today. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. I can't wait to get back. You're right. First of all, Magic, you're absolutely right. In fact, I think one of the things that I said when I returned is, there people like, how are you doing? I'm fine. Trust me, I have nothing to complain about. Nothing. Okay?
Nothing.
Like, I kill it, because you're not going through nothing, you know, not with all of what we have here that we toss away, but it's more the mindset of the people. It was the camaraderie to see so many people that look just like Anita, and it didn't make a difference, that had a heart, you know, to give, a heart to serve, things that happened intentionally to serve one another. That blew me out of the water. That's why Sister Sounds will call, we have a multicultural aggregation of women now from all over the world, from as far as the Netherlands, right? And thank you, Nancy, because Nancy opened that door. Nancy White opened that door for us to be known globally. And we thank you for that. Let's give her the Queen's wave. Let's give her the Queen's wave. And we thank you for that. So we're going to definitely talk a little more about CTT. Thank you for sharing, Tino. Sonia, let's get back to why do we sit on our own voice? And what was Sasha doing to sit on her own voice? She wouldn't speak out loud. She was all in her head. Talk to us.
Sharon Magic Jordan said it perfectly. Lack of confidence, lack of community, not allowing the true self to emerge. It was first having to self-forgive, and that's why Sasha is all in her head. See, everything is in her head. She was afraid, fear, and then she did not have these 5 questions that she actually answered. She didn't. I am, I possess, I hear, I see. What do I want? Who am I? What do I want to be? And she kept asking why too much instead of what. She was asking why instead of what. What is my where? What is the direction? Where? And when if she had asked the question what and get out of her head, she would have found confidence, because she would have found community that will embrace her. She did not have a coach. Her thoughts were her coach, and they lied to her. Her thoughts could not have taught her. She needed others who went through this, what she was going through, trauma, doubt, all of these questions. And there was no community, there was no coach, there was no counselor, there was no leader that was guiding and directing and telling her those falsities. Yet she was saying, I know. She didn't know, because she did not allow her mind and her heart to become one, because there was no confidence and no community.
Wow. Thank you. She did not allow her mind and her heart to become one because there was no confidence or community. Wow. Akia, when you hear that, what are the first things the top two things that come to mind when you hear that there was no community or confidence? Her heart and her mind never became one. What does that make you think of? You have to unmute, my love.
It made me think of being abandoned.
And that's
abandonment.
exactly where Sasha was. She was abandoned. She was abandoned as a child.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Oh boy.
That can go somewhere right there.
I know,
felt
we're gonna
that right
hold
there.
that for the
You might
retreat.
not have been abandoned at a child, but we sure are dealing with a lot of abandonment spirits.
That's right. Mindsets,
It's
the
the
thought
mindset.
process, the thing that's driving your behavior makes you feel like you are abandoned. But we're going to hold that one for the coaching retreat, because when we get you in the coaching retreat, we can really unpack that thing. We can really get in there and take this out and put that in and move this over. And you want to stick with us. You want to follow IBH Sister Sounds World. We've located, thanks to Donna, we've located our site for our first coaching retreat. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Sonia, Jackie, oh my God, Nancy, is right there in Charlotte. It is the way God would have it to be for IBH Sister Sounds, okay? Now, we will have some of the exclusive residency right on the property, but we are being very transparent to say that we know that the speakers will be there and all of the sessions will convene, but we will have hotel reservations. I'm looking at my schedule now so Donna and I can walk it. But when I tell you Nancy, when I tell you Jackie, when I tell you Kia, when I tell you Sonia, luxury is not complicated, okay? It has that that only Sister Sounds could have. If you can't tell my jaws, I'm so excited. I don't know what to do because I'm gonna start crying. Because in a year, you guys, 2021, we did the first 8-day worthy challenge. We didn't do it in 2022. By 2023, we are a full nonprofit. We are global with IBH Sister Sounds USA and Africa. We have other countries that we're looking at as well, but I don't think we're doing that bad from a Zoom call to Zimbabwe. Anybody want to give God the Queen's wave and say thank you? I'm telling you, right? Oh my goodness. I'm excited about that, but you're absolutely right. Why do we sit on our voice, Nancy? What are some of the top things that make us sit on our own voice?
Just like we've been talking about, in that head, in that mind chatter, and in that all that's going on continuously, that, and not just stopping and being still and acknowledging who we really are and walking in that power, Anita. I mean, it's really, you're talking about the mind and the heart connection. It absolutely is true. If you don't really know and love and believe in your heart that you're an incredible creation and you're here for a fantastic purpose and you have so much to offer and to share, and it is selfish if we don't. And so when we get out of that mind and all that kind of things and have the freedom, when you were talking about Africa, all I could think about is that, America is supposed to be the land of the free. I'm sorry, but you just explained and shared, that is freedom. When people come in and just love unconditionally and serve unconditionally, that is freedom. And I think one of the things that we have a challenge with always is that we're always combating the negative, whether we speak it to ourselves, whether we hear it or whatever. So we are living in a combative stage, but we have to be that amazing woman that is just like a statue of just going, I know who I am, I know why I'm here, I know my purpose, and there is nothing that's going to stop me. And so,
Yes.
but that's the community part, is that we come together, and I love it. It's the insulation. It's that, beautiful just surrounding of just that love and that warmth. That is what community is. And it is
Yes.
up when we have those times when we can't do it on our own sometimes. And it's okay. It's perfectly okay to say, you know what? I am really struggling and I really need a little bit of support and help. That's not weakness. That is being human. So
Yes.
I think it is all in, in that mind, that's mind chatter and those types of things. We do have an amazing purpose, and this world would be really missing a lot if we weren't here.
Wow, that's exceptional. Jackie, coming into community where you're insulated and not isolated, how does that help you as a woman who is a leader? But we're leaving the title off and say, just, hey, girl, hey, Jackie, hey, girl, girl, what's going on kind of conversation. To say, how does that influence your confidence to be in a community like that?
Well, first of all, a community like this I've been praying for a long time. My whole life, I seem to be like the head of the community, and a lot of times when you're the head of the community, who's taking care of the head? So I was in a community but out of the community. I created community but didn't fit in the community. But I created the community off of what people told me I was to be. And now at 50, it's like, that's not who I am. I said a story that I grew up, like my parents would take us out on dates to teach us how to talk. Back then you went on job interviews, you went to dinner, you did things. So the thing was to order steak and lobster in those days, 21 was steak and lobster, because that was the most expensive thing in our time. And at 50, I realized I don't like steak like that. I was told to eat it. I was told to order it. I don't like steak like that. But being in a community now, my thoughts are not isolated. I would talk to myself so much out of what I've been through. I coached myself. I felt like I was raising myself. But now being in a community, now I'm at a place where, and it's so funny that it was just said, stopping, standing still, acknowledging who I am, and I wrote at the end of that, being great with it. So now I'm at a place where, thank you for the community, because now I can breathe. The community is allowing me to just sigh. Holding your breath for 50 years is hard. And I know who I am. I know, like I said, I know I'm victory, but what am I victorious at? I can't be victorious in one part and not be victorious in another part. I got to be victorious in all of it. But how can I do that when I don't know all the parts? So now I'm at a place where I want to know all the parts of me, and I'm not who everybody said I am. I realize I'm such a chill person. I was always in survival mode, and now I'm just like, God asked me yesterday, what kind of life you want? I said, I just want a life where I'm just chilling. I can help others. I can breathe and enjoy the freedom, so I can be free. So wherever you take me, God, I'm just glad to go. And it's simplicity. I didn't think I was that kind of person, but I am. And so whatever parts I'm discovering, I just want to do it. So the community is helping me to spread out and just breathe.
Wow. Wow. I don't know about you, but my heart is
Powerful.
full listening to Jackie. Every now and then I will put everybody on mute so we can just capture the voice of the person speaking, because in the background I'm like, oh my God, you know, but my heart is so full because Jackie, your words represent the heart of what our goals are. No, Sharon, I want you on. I want you on. I want you on. I want you live voice. Come off
Oh,
of mute.
there's something happening behind me, so that's
Oh,
why
okay. All right, sweetie.
my life is busy, you know. But I'm
Gotcha. All right.
multitasking here. Yeah. My life is busy, but
All
I'm
right,
here.
not a problem. But I want women of wisdom to chime in. Sonia, I want you to chime in on what you've heard from Jackie, and Magic when you can. Wisdom women, that's all of us, but I'm going being led right now, if it's okay,
Okay.
because
Okay.
my heart is just so full for Jackie right now.
Yes.
And as
Yes.
well, I want you to speak directly to Jackie. If I've asked you to unmute, I want you to speak directly to her.
Okay.
Sonia, will you start?
When Jackie was speaking and she said that she's always been a leader in the community, I saw Jackie as a child parent. I saw Jackie leading everyone, taking charge, the responsibility that even she was not even at the maturity to assume and to adopt all this responsibility, but she took it upon herself. And now at the age of 50, her life is beginning. Jackie represents many women in our community and young men in our community today, in our world today, because they have not had a full childhood. And now Jackie at 50, that's why she said, hey God, I just want to be chill. I just want to relax. I just want to chill back. You know, I don't want all that heavy duty stuff. I just want to enjoy my life. I want to have a healthy existence. I want to speak to, people. I want to share. I want to do all of that. But I want to just chill. I don't want all this heavy duty stuff. It's too much. All my life, for 50 years, from the time I came out into this wonderful world, I've been responsible for this and that. Eve, I heard her talk about her parents teaching me. She said, I don't like no steak. I don't like any steak. I don't like that. I give me some salmon, or give me some chicken, or give me something else. Give me some vegetables. I don't want that. Give me some Italian food. I don't want any steak. I'm done with the steak. That steak is too chewy when I was young. I don't want that. So now she wants simplicity, and she wants to lead others to life. Life is simple. Luxury is simple. Luxury is simple. It's simple existence. It's just enjoying the breath. It's just breathing in the goodness, breathing out the goodness. And that's what I sense for Jackie. It is a moment. This is a moment for Jackie. This is her moment. This is in the moment, and this is her moment. It's moment by moment. It's not all this heavy duty stuff. You don't have to take care of that. It's not your responsibility anyway.
There you go.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good.
Because you know what? You can be heard if you whispered. It's getting out of the God complex so that you can be heard if you whispered. And did you know you can command the room with the whisper? Even so. And I want Nancy to come, and then Sharon to come. There's a sequence here that I'm seeing. Jackie, this one's for you.
Yes, Jackie, I love you, Jackie, and I'm just telling you that this is a new chapter in your book of life. And as you're turning the page, and I love C.S. Lewis, you're never too old to dream a new dream or have a new vision. And Jackie, this is your season of getting strong and well in preparing you for the next chapter of your life. And the Lord is looking at that heart of yours and that willingness. And all those 50 years, that is going to be multiplied down to generations, and all the things that you have sowed in to those people. even though you were in a place where it wasn't, you didn't feel like you were part of that community. The best is yet to be, and we are going to be blessed beyond measure. And Jackie, I'm just really speaking over you that during this new season for you to become you, the best version of you, the strength of you, because God's not finished with us yet. It's all of us. We're still here. And so I really just commend you so much for just taking this time to find out the things that really do matter to you, that are near and dear to your heart, using again the gifts and the talents. And you may be serving in different ways than you were in the past, but you know what? That's the excitement of life. It's the new beginnings. Every day is a brand new beginning. But I can see you during this season, and I really want to encourage you that the best is yet to come.
As Magic is coming, because she has this special sauce that locks it down, I want you to take a deep breath, Jackie. I just want you to take in, everybody, let's do it with her. Let's just take in a deep breath, and release. Even those of you who are listening in our audience, those of you who are on the line, on the phone, you're listening, you're at work, take a nice deep breath to breathe in. 1, 2, 3, hold it. 1, 2, 3, and release. One more time, nice deep breath. 1, 2, 3, hold it and release. Jackie, I want you to recognize what it feels like. See, because you can have an experience and you won't make room, people won't make room to know what it feels like to be in a community that's quiet. They always got to be doing something, always got to be looking for something. But you want to practice, what do I feel like right now in this moment, so I can capture this and remember what it feels like from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet. The freedom to be on a Zoom call that is insulated by the living God, that you can be so free to say, I want every part of my existence to understand what it means to rest, to respond effectively in my emotions, to sense the transparency that's needed to live a life of rest. Let God be God, and I'm gonna be Jackie. Magic?
Whoa, that's so good. I'm telling you, I probably need to take a couple of more breaths myself here. No, seriously, I need to take a couple of more breaths myself.
Let's do it.
But
Let's do
I'm
it if we
telling
need
you,
to.
it's cleansing. It's
Yes.
cleansing. It's cleansing. It's cleansing. What I want to say, and you see that she has on there servant leader, you have been serving others, but now I want you to serve yourself.
Absolutely.
You've been serving, busy serving, taking care of everybody. Let's go, healthy selves chick, self-care. Can you be a little selfish? And it's not selfish, I'm just using the word. And serve Jackie right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on hold right now. Am I making some sense to you? Because you are, and I heard a term the other day, a billionaire. You are brilliant.
Yes.
You are, I'm telling you what I know. You might not feel it, but I'm telling you, you're going to have to start to speaking these things. Call those things as that are not as though they were. They were life and death in the power of the tongue. So begin to speak over yourself. You already know how to do this. I am. Who are you, Jackie? It's okay.
Yes.
You are in a safe place, and that's the most important thing that you can release. I'm not talking to somebody that I don't trust. You can trust us. I know you trust God, but you can trust this group. Nobody's judging you. Nobody's condemning you.
We all know
We
Jesus,
celebrate
and
you.
you ain't got to carry us.
No, you don't have to do that.
Jesus.
We celebrate you, sis. I celebrate you. You don't even understand that the thoughts and plans that God has for you, because you spoke into my life, and everybody can't speak into my life. I don't care. Do you understand what I'm saying? The wealth that you carry, the brilliance that you carry, The half has not been told. The half has not been told. I'm telling you. Diamonds, rubies. I see treasures on the inside of her.
Absolutely.
It's good. It's good. It's good. And if nobody never told you, I'm telling you today that you are loved. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Yes.
This screen, everybody on this Zoom call, they might
We
not know
love
her
you.
personally, but I
Don't
feel
have
the
to.
love for you.
Yes.
We got nothing but love for you, baby. I feel you, Akia. I'm picking your spirit up, Akia. I feel you, Akia. You have something to say to Jackie. Yes, you do.
I was on my way there. It's time
Yes,
to
you
shift
do.
it so that the women in her ranking can speak to her as well. Akia, you're on point, Magic. Then, of course, Donna. And then we're going to go ahead and move forward. Akia.
Jackie, all I keep hearing God say is that you have a friend in me. You have a friend in me. You have a friend in me. And all I can hear is that I'm relating back to the movie of the Toy Story and the robot and the cowboy. And he's like, you got a friend in me. And God is just saying, you have a friend in me. And not just a friend in me, but you have a friend in this unit, in this body of believers that are unified by my love, by my blood. But you have a friend in him, just like Miss Sharon said, you can trust that whatever you release in this room with these women, that it's a safe place. It's a safe haven. You'll be able to thrive. You'll be able to grow. You'll be able to grow your hallelujah. You'll be able to grow deep roots. And it may hit you. You may waver, but you won't bend. You won't break. You have a friend. You have a friend. Build on that friendship. Build on that relationship.
Yes.
And even in that moment of resting in God, learn how to rest with your sisters, because there's others that need that same rest, that need that same healing, that need that same deliverance. And you just opened up a door that allows them to be comfortable and transparent to receive the healing, to receive the refresher, because when repentance comes, the refresher is able to come. So you're allowing women to be able to be refreshed even in this moment through your vulnerability and your transparency.
Yes. And what people don't recognize is that shifting to a higher standard. That's what repentance is. Where I've been today is not where I'm going the next moment. And the freedom that you have now to rest belongs to you. That rest comes spiritually. You have to tell that prophet inside you, chill a minute, I need to rest. You have to say to the nurturer, rest. You have to say to the teacher, I'm resting. You have to say to the leader, I'm resting. You have to say to every facet of your life, I am, not we, because that's schizophrenic. I am at rest. It's my time to rest. Because when you do, then we know how to put arms around you. That's what you need now. You don't have to do anything else but be Jackie. Not Reverend Mother Doctor, just Jackie. That's what we provide. We don't do that stuff here. Jackie. Hey girl, hey, Jackie. All right. Come on, Donna, you got something in you as well? Because this is blessing all of us. It's reminding us that we have a family of women who are bold and beautiful and brainy, but sure know how to rest. Come on, Donna.
Yeah, Jackie, I want to say thank you for showing the strength to even say you've done all of that and you need rest. A lot of us will still continue to go through it and put on that happy face. So thank you. And we're here to support you. This is Anita calls it the sound of love. So this is my sound of love back to you. And our love to you, I hope you feel it.
I do.
Yes. Well, I think this is a moment. We want to thank everyone. We're so good to see that Joy is on the line. She could be working and just listening. We're happy that Tino chimed in. And certainly, Courtney, we send you love as well. I know you're at work. And Miss Angelica Malandano, you're new to us, but we appreciate you. We celebrate you and thank you for joining us. I think this is a good place to say, continue to live according to the rhythm of God's grace towards you. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody. Love you.
Love you.